President Duterte's satisfaction and trust ratings significantly dropped for the first time in more than a year in office. The decline mostly came from the poor, who are said to be the most affected by his war on drugs. Our Rex Remigio tells us the details.
Rodrigo Duterte won the 2016 presidential elections with an overwhelming 16 million votes. But for the first time after more than a year in office, his ratings are starting to significantly drop. In the latest social weather station survey, his net satisfaction rating is down by 18 points, from a very good 66 points in June to a good 48 points in September. His ratings went down across the country except in Mindanao. The SWS conducted the survey among 1,500 adults on September 23 to 27. This was after the controversial deaths of minors Kian de los Santos and Carl Arnaiz in the hands of policemen. But for the SWS, it's too early to say the so-called honeymoon is over for the president. The SWS says the decline in his ratings is just normal, like what happened to past presidents.
A single quarter decline won't necessarily mean the end of a honeymoon.
For example, late President Corazon Aquino's rating also fell by 17 points after more than a year in office and several coup attempts. The same thing happened to former President Erap Estrada, who had to deal with corruption allegations, and Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, who was accused of cheating in the 2004 presidential elections. Former Presidents Fidel Ramos and Noynoy Aquino were exceptions to this trend. Their ratings remained relatively stable a year into their term.
Pretty normal for any president as far as our survey data is concerned, for their net satisfaction ratings to go down as we move along into their term.
The decline in President Duterte's ratings came mostly from classes D and E, or the so-called masa, which comprise 9 of every 10 Filipinos. For political analyst and University of the Philippines professor Jean Franco, it could have something to do with how the poor see the war on drugs.
There were already phases to which we can attribute perceived police brutality on the reported EJ case. No? May pangalan na, like there's Kian, there's Carl.
The SWS and Franco cannot say the president's ratings would recover or continue to drop. What's important, they say, is for President Duterte to fulfill his campaign promises. Rex Remigio, CNN Philippines.